A young woman disappears. A boyfriend returns home, alone. And weeks later, his parents find his body in a place authorities had already searched. Coincidence? Or something more sinister? This isn't just a tragic love story. It's a case filled with contradictions, unanswered questions, and a family that seemed to know far more than they ever admitted. From police body cam footage to the eerie silence of Brian Laundrie's parents, every piece of this puzzle leaves us with one chilling thought. Welcome back to Timeless Tales. Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie seem like the perfect couple. Young, adventurous, and deeply in love. In the summer of 2021, they set off on a cross-country road trip, documenting every step on social media. Smiling photos, happy videos, and breathtaking landscapes. Everything looked picture perfect. But behind the camera, something was wrong. Gabby's last posts felt off. Her messages to family became unusual. And then she vanished. This isn't just a tragic love story. It's a case full of chilling, unanswered questions. What really happened on that trip? What secrets did Brian hide? And did his parents know more than they claimed? What went wrong? Gabby and Brian's journey started as a dream. Two young lovers traveling across the country, living in their van, and sharing their adventures online. But behind the perfect Instagram posts, something dark was unfolding. On August 12th, a disturbing call came into 911. A witness reported seeing a man slap a woman near Moonflower Co-op in Moab, Utah. That woman was Gabby. Moments later, police pulled them over. The body cam footage tells two different stories. Gabby, visibly shaken, sobbed uncontrollably, blaming herself for their argument. Brian, on the other hand, stayed calm, even smiling at the officers. In the end, the police separated them for the night but took no further action. No arrests, no real consequences. In the following days, the signs of trouble became clearer. Witnesses saw more fights, more tension. Gabby's text to her family became unusual. Short, detached, unlike her usual loving messages. Then on August 27th, something changed. Gabby's mother received a final text, no service in Yosemite. But something didn't add up. Gabby wasn't in Yosemite. In fact, she wasn't anywhere near it, and her family wasn't even sure she sent that message. After that, silence. Gabby Petito had vanished. But while her family searched for answers, Brian returned home, alone. And this is where the story takes an even darker turn. The shocking discovery. On September 1st, Brian Laundrie returned home to Florida, alone. He pulled into his parents' driveway in Gabby's van, but Gabby was nowhere in sight. He didn't report her missing. He didn't call her family. He simply went about his life as if nothing had happened. Meanwhile, Gabby's parents were growing desperate. Days passed without a single word from their daughter. Their texts went unanswered. Their calls went straight to voicemail. But what made it even worse? Brian and his family refused to talk. When Gabby's parents finally reached out to the Laundries for answers, they got nothing. No explanation, no concern, just silence. Instead of cooperating, Brian and his parents hired a lawyer. That's when Gabby's family knew something was terribly wrong. On September 11th, they filed a missing person report. The search for Gabby began. Social media exploded with questions, theories, and growing suspicions. But Brian, he refused to say a word. And then, just days later, he disappeared too. As the nation searched for answers, authorities made a heartbreaking discovery. On September 19th, a body was found near a remote campsite in Wyoming's Grand Teton National Park. It was Gabby. The autopsy revealed the truth: homicide by strangulation. Gabby hadn't just vanished, she had been killed. And Brian, he was gone. But here's where things get even more suspicious. How did Brian's parents react? Instead of panic or concern, they stayed eerily calm. And when authorities began searching for their son, it seemed like they already knew exactly where he was. The Laundrie family's silence. From the moment Gabby was reported missing, the Laundrie family's behavior was bizarre. They refused to answer calls. They ignored messages. They stayed completely silent. Then on September 15th, Brian was officially named a person of interest in Gabby's disappearance. This wasn't a formal charge, just a step in the investigation. But before police could question him, he vanished. His parents claimed they had no idea where he went. Yet just days earlier, on September 6th, the entire Laundrie family had taken a sudden camping trip to Fort DeSoto Park. Why? No one knows. But what's strange is that Brian was last seen on September 13th, right after returning from that trip. 2 days later, his parents reported him missing. They told authorities Brian had gone to the Carlton Reserve, a massive swampy area near their home. Police launched a full-scale search, but found nothing. For over a month, authorities combed through the reserve. Helicopters, search teams, tracking dogs, still no sign of Brian. The conditions were harsh, with waist-deep water, dangerous wildlife, and thick vegetation. If Brian was out there, survival seemed impossible. Then on October 20th, something strange happened. Brian's parents decided to search for him themselves, and within hours they found his remains, in the very same area law enforcement had already searched multiple times. How? How did they succeed where professionals had failed? Some believe this was a well-planned distraction, a way to buy Brian time to escape, or worse, something even more sinister. But the real mystery doesn't end there. Why did Brian's parents suddenly know where to look? And did they know more than they were letting on? As questions mounted, the focus shifted. Were Brian's parents hiding something? Had they helped him evade authorities? And most importantly, was justice ever truly served? What aren't they telling us? From the beginning, people questioned whether Brian's parents knew more than they admitted. Their silence, their strange camping trip, the way they found Brian's remains almost instantly, none of it added up. Some believe they helped him escape, giving him time to run before the police could arrest him. Others think they hid information, only speaking up when they knew it wouldn't matter anymore. If Brian was alive for weeks before his remains were found, where was he hiding? Did his parents provide food, money, or a safe place? Or did they know exactly what had happened to Gabby and choose to protect their son instead of seeking justice? The public was outraged. Social media exploded with theories. People demanded answers, but the Laundries never gave them. Instead, they hid behind their lawyer, refusing to cooperate. Even when they finally spoke, their words felt carefully planned, as if they were saying just enough to avoid legal trouble. The unanswered questions still haunt this case, but the biggest one remains. Was justice ever truly served? What we still don't know, the Netflix documentary shed new light on the case, bringing fresh perspectives and deeper insights. But even with all the evidence, many questions remain. Could this have been prevented? Police had multiple chances to intervene, from the body cam footage showing Gabby in distress to reports of fights between the couple. But no real action was taken. This case wasn't just about one tragedy. It sparked a larger conversation about domestic violence, police intervention, and missing persons cases. Gabby's story became a painful reminder of how quickly a toxic relationship can turn deadly. Her name is now more than just a headline. It's a call for change, a plea for better protection, and a lesson that sometimes the people we trust the most are the ones who can hurt us the worst. Brian Laundrie is gone. His notebook confession was found. But does that mean the case is truly closed? For many, the answer is no. Too many questions remain. Did Brian's parents help him? Did they know the truth long before anyone else? And most importantly, will we ever get the full story? Gabby's family continues to fight for justice, turning their pain into a movement for awareness and change. But no matter how much is uncovered, one thing is certain. Gabby Petito's story is a chilling reminder that things aren't always as they seem. If you found this case as unsettling as we did, make sure to subscribe to Timeless Tales for more deep dives into mysteries, true crime, and untold stories. There's always more beneath the surface, and we're here to uncover it.